Hey, what is up, everybody? Michael Crump back here again, talking about the latest and the greatest in PlayStation homebrew news and much, much more. So, I am back from vacation and I am going through all of the different PlayStation news that has come out just over the past week and a half. And obviously, one of the biggest things is going to be talking about these 60 FPS patches that you can get now for PlayStation 4 and Demon Souls for the PlayStation 5. So let's jump over and take a look at the release notes ourselves and figure out what we need to do in order to run it on our own PlayStation 5s. Okay, so jumping over to the repo where this is hosted at, you can go over to the releases right here and you can see a version 1.70 is out right now. Now, if you scroll down into the supported firmwares, there has been a couple of new firmwares added, and that includes the version 3.x. And the other thing that is interesting on this page, supported titles as well as the version number that is going to be needed. So Batman for 60 frames per second requires that V.1.115. Bloodborne, which is what we're actually going to use in this tutorial today because I have a copy setting right here, needs version 1.09. The easiest way to get these updates is going to be to just update it through the PlayStation 5 system itself. Now for Bloodborne, I have went ahead and went over here to orbispatches.com and you can see that Bloodborne was last updated quite a while ago, but patch version 01.09 is the latest version. And if I come back over here, I can obviously see version 1.09 is wired. Now, there are some games such as Red Dead Redemption 2, which is on version 1.29, but if you go ahead and you look that one up, you can see that version 01.31 is the very latest release. So you wouldn't be able just to update that through the PlayStation 5 system. You would either need to find somewhere where that patch version 01.29 is hosted, and for very popular titles, that's really not that hard, or you could make them yourself. We can see that there are a number of PS4 titles, but there's also a couple of PlayStation 5 titles. So Demon Souls version 1.00 has a 60 FPS unlock, and then Uncharted has a version 1.00 debug menu. You'll just need to continue scrolling down the page here, and you're going to want to grab this zip file right here. And once that's complete, just go ahead and extract it to somewhere on your computer. Now, you will need to go ahead and download Python. So you can just simply go to python.org, go to downloads, and then just download the very latest version. Once you get the latest version installed, then you'll be ready to continue. Okay, so once you've downloaded and extracted the zip file, you should have these files right here. Go ahead and come right up here and just type in the letter CMD and then press return, and you'll now have a command prompt where we can begin working. So we'll make sure that Python was installed successfully. So we'll just type in Python, and so you should see something like what I have here, which is Python 3.11.4 or greater. And if you see that, then that is a good thing. Go ahead and type in quit here and press return. And now inside that folder, we're going to need to type in this command right here, which is pip install AIO files, and then press the return key. And you should see this once it has been successfully installed. Now do keep in mind there's a number of different aliases for Python, but if you've installed everything with the default out-of-the-box experience, you should have been able to have ran those two commands like I just did. Now let's head back over to the PlayStation 5 and let's go to our settings and let's go to network. And then we're going to go to view connection status. And if you scroll down just a little bit here, you can see your IPv4 address, and mine is at 10.0.0.142. So just make a note of that. And now you're going to want to obviously exploit your PlayStation 5. I'm just going to take the user guide. And so I have my own host that I use. It's just crump-youtube .github.io, and I'm going to press the submit button. Okay here. Okay, so seeing that is a great sign. So let's switch over to the computer and send the payload to create these 60 FPS patches. We're just going to need to type in Python and then send_elf.py and then the IP address of our PlayStation 5. And so once you type that in, all you need to do is press enter. Okay, so if you do see this right here, you are definitely in a great shape as it is working properly. So let's switch over to the PlayStation 5 now, and we're just going to press the home button here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play Bloodborne as it is already in the drive. And there it goes. It says 60 FPS patched. Okay, so if you go ahead and you flip back over to your command prompt, you will obviously see all kinds of movement going on in here. That is really it. That's all that you need to do in order to get that running right now. I would say do make note of this repo as well as the releases. Make sure you refresh this page because there is a lot of releases coming out. This one from 3 days ago, and I'm finding that the supported titles for the PS4 and PS5 is changing. So anyway, give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below to help me with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Michael, out!